Hi guys, Ren here and welcome to my trainer setup. Now that winter is in full swing, I get more and more questions regarding indoor training. What equipment should you use, what training should you do, etc. So in this video I want to summarize my tips and observations that I got in this winter season. So the first question that's kind of recurring is whether you should invest in a power meter or a smart trainer. And I've seen this on many places, and this topic comes up in various formats. I get it from my customers, and a simple answer to it from me: ideally you want to have both, of course. If the budget doesn't stretch, you're much better off with having a power meter on your bike, because you have that all year, you have that outside, you have that at the races. Of course, with a smart trainer you don't. And then many people, when regarding to using training software, they fret about the lack of a smart trainer, Zwift, etc. But you don't really need one. It's marketed that way, but the only thing that Zwift relies on is your power number. And your power number can come from your cranks, from your pedals, from your hub if you use a wheel-on trainer, etc. So if you're strapped for cash or in a lower budget, definitely go for a power meter. And my pick would be a power meter plus a direct drive dump trainer, because wheel-on trainers work, they're getting better, but I think you will never be really satisfied with it. It will never be as stable, as quiet, as efficient, no tire slippage, etc. So in my book, this is the best combination. I've been using a couple of years ago the Elite Turbo fluid trainer that has plenty of resistance, even too much for large gearing. If you combine that with a power meter, you have a very formidable setup. It's definitely 1,000 times better option than having a smart wheel-on trainer, which might cost the same as these two items, particularly if you're buying them second-hand. So this is regarding to the equipment. Then, of course, bike questions are also common. Which bike should you use? Is a carbon bike okay? And I have to say, yes, it's perfectly fine. I've had multiple bikes on the trainer. None of them got damaged whatsoever, even though I'm doing sprints, I was doing Zwift races, etc. Everything you can throw at it. I think it seems counterintuitive, but I think that you can't really put as high or as much of a load indoors when you're not swaying the bike from side to side as you can outdoors. Remember, these bikes are designed to hit potholes, they're designed to withstand all kinds of road imperfections, they're built with a safety factor. So I don't really think you should have any issue with a smart trainer. One particular thing that I like about my current bike, so this is a 2018 Speed Concept, and Trek have actually tuned this frame to make it more affordable. The higher end version isn't available anymore, but the good thing is that this now has aluminum dropouts, which is spot on, ideal for trainer use. And why do I have my time trial bike on the trainer? A lot of people ask that. I've told this many times, and I'm still behind that opinion. If you want to be good at time trials, you need to put hours in on the time trial bike. You need to get comfortable. You need to be able to put the power down. So the time trial bike itself makes it harder. Being indoors makes it harder. If you combine the two and then you go outside, you're going to fly. You can dial your position. You can get used to it. You can force yourself into it. If you have a mirror or a window on the opposite side, you can check yourself if you're holding the position. It's ideal preparation. And I don't really like to ride the time trial bike outside in cold weather, because you go fast on it even with little effort and you just get cold. So this is the reason. Of course, any road bike, mountain bike, etc., if that's your preferred discipline, I don't think it really matters. Again, what matters is the power you're putting out and the durations. As for the training, I also get questions about this. Should you do intervals? Should you do volumes? Etc. If you're short on time, then you should do intervals. That's a no-brainer. 5-6 hours a week, intervals only, pretty much. I think if you have more time, then of course nothing beats volume. You have to combine long endurance rides with interval rides. That's of course the best possible solution. If you just spend all winter riding in zone 2 on the trainer, that's not going to help you much, maybe aside from losing weight. Then about actual power production on the trainer versus outside. At first I really had troubles matching my power output indoors. Not anymore though. I think it comes down to the adaptations that you make. It's like riding at 40 degrees Celsius all the time. Your blood volume increases, your sweat rate increases, your body can adapt to it. I think that's the reason that I spend a lot of time on the trainer nowadays, because it's unrideable outside. And I think you can make the adaptations and then you can produce, at least in my case, I can produce the very same amount of power. Aside from those 20-second max effort sprint power, you can't really do that and match that because you can't move the bike. But that's kind of obvious. One thing that has had a huge impact on my indoor riding is the addition of the Wahoo Kicker headwind. I can't recommend this enough. It's expensive for what is essentially just a fan, but I've tried many options, many positions, standard fans, desk fans, etc. This just really keeps you cool. If you have it pointed like that, set it to heart rate, and you're good to go. Today I've done a 4-hour Zwift ride. I've used 3 bottles of water, electrolyte, and I wasn't overheating at all. I think that's a testament to the performance. It's not too loud. If you consider how well it works, it's not even that expensive, and it's smart, so it's not going to blow you off the bike if you're doing zone 1 at 120 beats per minute. So it's a proper piece of kit, and I really like it. My final tip will be regarding the trainer. No matter which model of trainer you use, they're getting updated all the time. I don't really think that matters, because they're just not going to get obsolete in a year, because you get the same Ant+, same Bluetooth protocols, variable resistance, etc. And if you don't, then it will never get outdated as long as you can fit your bike to it. So no need to worry about that. What you need to worry about is, and my tip personally would be, get your trainer. If you don't already have one, get it in August, September at the latest, because then the market just boom, new models come out, everyone wants to change that, everyone wants to order trainer as soon as the first bad weather, rainy days start, and you're going to sit around waiting without the trainer. So that's happened to some of my customers. The Kicker 18, I've sold many of these, but I have to wait 2-3 weeks because of the availability. It's a highly popular product, and if you find out in December that, oh, this winter is going to be tough, I won't be able to ride, then it's just too late. You lose a month of training just like that, because you didn't think beforehand. So that's my final tip. And yeah, as I said, you don't really need the blingest, most expensive trainer. My budget option, I will repeat that, is direct drive dump trainer, like the old Elite Fluids, something like that, plus a proper reliable power meter, Quark, SRM, stages, double-sided, rotor, etc. Whatever fits your bike, budget, changing options, etc. Okay, so these are my tips for the 2019 winter trainer / Zwift season. If you want to know more about the bikes that I use outdoors and how I take care of them, then don't forget to tune into the channel and subscribe. It's all for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.